getting ready for the second half. Okay, the score is 0-0. Valeo on the kickoff. Joshua sends it back to Nick. Nick to Ben, who's starting at center back. To Wally. Wally turns. Wally to Justin. Justin back to the goalie. Goalie back to Justin. Justin's got Matt to his left. Matt right in front of the Stars bench. Matt to Brendan. Brendan steps on it to Matt. Matt down the left side. Matt to the middle to Gabe. Runs past it. 53. Gabe tries to get it back. They swing it out to the side to 52. They go down the left side. Justin leaves it. 53. Hits Brendan. Brendan has space. Brendan to his right. Brendan to Nick. Nick to Joshua, I think. Brendan went down. 52 has it on the right side. 52 tries to step over it. Wally takes it away. Wally's got Brendan running through midfield. Brendan to Joshua, just past him. That was a good thought. So we got Wally, Brendan, Nick in midfield. It's Matt, Justin, Ben Lopez, and Dennis on the wing. Brendan has it. Brendan to Gabe. Gabe, he tried to chip Brendan, didn't get there. Josh has it. Gets blocked, and it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be thrown for Valeo. Matt's going to take the throw. Matt on the throw. He's got Brendan. Brendan's on it. Brendan in the corner. Brendan to Matt. Matt crosses it to the back, gets headed away. That's Nick that's coming for it. Matt's coming back. 50 gets poked away by Matt. 50 down the right side. 50 toward the corner. Justin wants to cut him off. Justin shoulders him off. Justin comes back. Justin has got Matt on the left. Matt sends it to Wally. Wally to Nick. Nick chips Gabe. Gabe to the side to Joshua, gets cut off. 52 turns on it. He goes to the side trying to get him on Matt. 52 crosses in front. Ben clears it to Wally. Wally's got Josh behind him. That's Nick. That's Joshua to Nick to Wally. Wally's got Ben. One's on him. Ben chips it. 25's going to take it away. Come back. 25 is a shot. And it's saved. They go out to the right side. That's Dennis's side. Dennis to Brendan. Brendan turns on it. Gets poked away. 49 in midfield for Stars. They cut down the left side. 47 up the wing. He's trying to make a run. He crosses it. It hits Justin. It goes out of bounds for a corner. We are 3 minutes into the second half. There's no score. Brendan was tying a shoe, it looks like. It's a corner to the middle, gets headed over the top. Headed by, I think it was 53. Goalie goes out to the right, that's Dennis. Dennis to Ben Lopez. Ben up the middle of the field. Joshua comes away with it. They clear it to the side. 53, Josh is on him. Come on! He goes to the side, 52's holding him. Goes back to Matt. Matt to Wally. Wally to Matt. Matt to Brendan. Brendan turns. Brendan's got room. Brendan to Nick. Nick to Gabe. Gets back to Nick. 52 cuts it off. They got to come back. Here comes the goalie's going to get to it for Valeo. Comes out to this side to Matt. Matt to Ben. Ben's got 10 yards in front of him. Ben touches it. Ben sends aside. Here comes Joshua. 25's coming back. The goalie's coming out. We're 5 minutes in. No score. Bounce in midfield. Nick off his head. Gabe on his right foot. Gabe turns on it. Gabe to his left. Gabe back to his right. Gabe to the side. That's Brendan. He shoots. Goalie catches it. The goalie sends it out to the left side this time. It's off his foot. It was out of bounds. It rolled out of bounds. That's Dennis. Dennis to Gabe. He tried to send Brendan. That's Ben. Ben to pass 49. Wally has it. Wally gets hit in the head. That's a foul. That's going to be a free kick for Valeo inside the circle. Wait, right at the circle. We are just under 6 minutes into the second half. There's no score. Ben, low, hits the defender, 53, going to the corner, and he plays it to the side. He keeps it in bounds. That was a good play. He comes down the left. That's Nick that tried to cut it off. 50, I think it's 51. 50, sorry. 50 to the side, the 52. Spins around Matt. He shoots, hit Ben. Goalie catches it. Goalie boots it toward midfield, hits the defender in the head, goes over the fence. We're 6:30 into the second half, no score. Throwing for Valeo, it's going to be Dennis on the throw once they get the ball. Dennis, Brendan's coming, checking the ball. He goes through, it goes to Wally. Wally turns to his right. Wally tries to chip the wing. Brendan cuts it off. Sorry, that was Dennis, right? Wally to Brendan. Brendan to Nick. Nick's got to move it here. Nick to the side to Matt. Matt to the side to Joshua. Gets cut off. Comes back. They send it back to the goalie. Goalie on his right foot. Goalie to the middle of the field. There comes Gabe. It's slowly coming up the field. What is this? It hits Matt. Hits Matt again. It goes out of bounds. Right in front of the Stars bench. 52 on the ground to 50. 50 trying to turn inside. Gets cut up by Justin. Brendan has it. Brendan to his right. Brendan sends it up the field to Johnathan. Goes out of bounds. They throw it in quickly. Dennis, they're going up the left corner. He's trying to shield it. It's into the corner. And it gets poked out of bounds. This thing, it's a goal kick for Valeo. Goes out to the right to Dennis. Dennis back to the left. Dennis making a run. Dennis to the side. He's trying to send... Who is that? Gabe has it. It's just a sprint. Total sprint down the side. He kicks it out of bounds for a throw for Valeo. It's going to be Gabe. Oh, they're saying it's a corner? No, it's a throw. Yeah, Gabe to Wally. Back to Gabe. He's offside. Wow. So it's going to be a free kick for Stars. We are 9 minutes into the second half. There's no score. Left foot down the left side. Gets headed forward. That's Ben. Ben to Justin. Justin down the middle of the field. No one's there. 49 off his arm. Wow. What was that? 52 has it in midfield. He sends it back. 25 comes down the right. Joshua gets the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Stars. 52 on the throw. 52 bounces it. Brendan has it. Brendan to the side to Matt. Matt chips it toward the center of the field. 49's under it. 49 heads it back. Here comes Johnathan. Johnathan, it deflects off of him. Joshua's after it. Gabe is after it. And he clears it off. He clears it off Joshua back to the goalie. Goalie sends it out to the left. There's nobody there. It deflects off the defender. He's crossing midfield. Here he comes. He sends it in. 50. They got to cut him off. He sends it back to 52. He has a shot. He shoots. It goes wide. He hooks it wide. Wow. We are 10:30 into the second half. There's no score. Goalie on the goal kick. It's Matt, Justin, Ben, Dennis in the back. Goalie up the center of the field. It's over Jonathan's head. They put it on the ground in midfield. Wally takes it away. Wally chips ahead, gets blocked. 53 cuts it back. It's going to go out of bounds. Dennis is going to take the throw. No, Johnathan took the throw to Gabe, back to Dennis. Dennis steps over it. Dennis to the corner, gets poked away. It's going to be out of bounds. It's Ben on the ball. Ben to Wally, back to... Wow, kicked it out of bounds. They go down the side. Ben heads it to Wally. 50 has it. He turns on it. 50 tries to chip the side. He's heading toward the sideline. Ben clears it down the sideline. That's Dennis on the run. Dennis sends Gabe. Here comes the goalie. Here comes Gabe. Goalie's out of the box. He puts it to the sideline. They should throw it in quick. They send it back. Oh, Dennis. That's Dennis. He gets it back. Dennis on the shot. Hits the side netting. $12:15 into the second half. There's no score. Goal kick for Stars. They go out to the left again. It's going short. That's Johnathan on that side. They chip it down the left side. That's Justin. It bounces over his head. 50's after it. Justin puts it down to Matt. Matt steps over it. Matt to the center of the field. Hits the Stars defender. Justin brings it down with his right foot. He sends it to Brendan. Brendan turns. He's got room on the left. Brendan sends up the wing to Joshua. Joshua steps over it. Gets poked out of bounds by 35. Matt's going to take the throw. Nope. Brendan has it. Brendan turns to his right. Brendan finds Wally. Wally to his right. Wally, he shoots. It deflects off the defender back to the goalie. We are 13:15 into the second half. No score. Wally's after it. Wally loses it. Comes back the other way. 50 has it in midfield. 50 chips it ahead. 52 is going to get to it. 52 shoots. There's nobody in front. It's going to go out of bounds.
Shut up, Joe. There is a statistic for your accuracy. It will not be there.
So we got, it's a goal kick for Valeo. It's Matt, Justin, Nick, and Dennis in the back. It's Ben moves up. Brendan and Wally are in midfield right now. They chip down the side. That's Dennis steps over it. Dennis to the middle of the field. Dennis over the center circle. Dennis to the side to Joshua. Joshua chips it back to Dennis over his head, and it gets cleared. Wally stops it. He loses it. That's 49. He goes to the side. That's Johnathan. Johnathan sends it back to Nick. Nick down the right side hits the defender in the head. That's Dennis. Dennis tried to get to Ben. He loses it. Wally has it. Wally to Ben. Ben to the left. He cuts back to the right. He loses it. Comes down the middle of the field. 49 has it. Nick's going for him. 50 and Justin. 53 is making a run. 49 down the side. It's going to be long, it looks like. Nope, he saves it. Justin comes away with it. They cross it. Nick hits it off his body. 49 has it. He chips to the other side. Joshua clears it. That's Wally on the ball. Wally's got Johnathan on the side. He's got Gabe with him. Oh, Ben has it. Ben's making a run. Ben chips it ahead. Ben to the left corner. Ben to the left side. Ben crosses with his left foot. It's over Gabe. Gabe to the corner. Gabe gets poked away. Throwing for Valeo.
Jason, run it. Jason. Nick, in front of you. Justin. You gotta cover this.
We are 15:50 into the second half. There's still no score. It's a throw. Throw to Wally. Wally got cut off. That's Brendan off his chest. Brendan to Dennis, right? That's Ben off someone's head. Ben to the right. That's Gabe. Gabe to his left. A lot of traffic there. Dennis steps over. He tries to get through. Gets poked away. That's Matt and Brendan. Brendan has it. He's got Wally. There's nobody there. Brendan just holds the ball to Wally. One behind him. Wally makes a run. Wally's coming up the field. Wally inside to Gabe. Gabe on his left. Gabe to the left of the box. Gabe tries to cut around the defender. 52 cuts away. That's Matt. Gabe still has the ball. Gabe to his right. That's Joshua. It's back to Brendan's side. Brendan with 50 on him. Oh, come on. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. We're 17:20 into the second half. There's no score. Free kick coming up for Stars. He goes toward the back post. It's headed just wide. That was a nice shot. That was a nice ball. They go off to the left to Matt. Matt to Brendan. Brendan to Wally. Wally to his left to Matt. Matt to Joshua, past him. 45. It goes to Nick. Nick falls. They go in. 50 has it. 50 going to his right. 50 steps back. He's trying to open up his left foot for a shot. He gets blocked. Goalie picks it up for Valeo. Goalie over midfield. That's Brendan. Brendan gets fouled. They take it to Dennis. Dennis comes up the middle. Dennis to the side to Joshua. Joshua to Matt. Matt on his right foot. He crosses to the back post. Tried to hit Gabe. That's Johnathan on the ball. Johnathan steps over. Gets to the right corner. Johnathan turns. Johnathan on his left foot. He crosses it. 53 clears it. That's Dennis. It bounces in front of him. He loses it. They chip it back to Justin. Justin back to Nick. Nick has it. Nick to Justin. Justin down the middle of the field. Justin to the right to Matt. To the left to Matt, sorry. That's Wally on the ball. Wally chips the middle. That's Joshua in the box. He couldn't bring it down for a shot. It's going to bounce. Dennis brings it down. Dennis to Ben. Ben turns to his right. Ben got knocked off the ball. Ben's chasing it. That's That was Dennis. Past Wally. It's going to get into space. It goes to the side to 52. 52 back to the middle. Brendan has it. Brendan is 5 yards in front of him. Brendan's one behind him. He didn't see him. 52 comes back. Goes to the middle of the field. Here comes Dennis. It's chipped in the air. Brendan has it. Brendan back to midfield. They chip it ahead. That's Justin. Justin clears it to 47. He shoots with his left foot from about 40 yards. Saved by the goalie. It gets booted. Almost hits Wally. He didn't see it. That's Nick on the ball. Nick back to the goalie. Oh my goodness. That's Gabe trying to make a run. 51 steps over it. He sends it back to the goalie. Comes down the middle. Oh, bounces over Ben. Past Brendan. That's Justin on it to Matt. Matt to Ben. Ben tries to go to his left. That's Wally. Wally to Gabe. Gabe to Ben. Ben toward the box. Joshua, it's called offside. We are 21 minutes into the second half, and there's still no score. Goalie over the midfield. Brendan off his head. Tried to get it to Wally. 58 intercepted it. Johnathan on that side. They send it back to the left back. It's off his foot. He comes back. 51. Brendan brings it down with his right foot. Brendan sends it back to Nick. Nick up the side. Tried to hit Ben. 51 steps over it. 51 down the side. That's Dennis. Dennis on his left foot. Dennis turns to his right. Dennis gets blocked out of bounds by 54. Dennis. Oh no. To Wally. Back to Dennis. Dennis has got Matt on this side. He sends Joshua. Joshua's got Matt running with him. He just gets blocked in front. Dennis off his head. It gets to the sideline. Matt knocks it out of bounds. 45 on the throw. 45 in the middle of the field. Oh, very high foot. Brendan on it. Brendan back to Justin. Justin on the ground to Nick. Nick to Brendan. Brendan turns. Wally's like right with him. He sends it to Ben. Ben sends aside. It's going to be too far. Goes out of bounds. We are 23 minutes into the second half. There's no score. Goalie goes out to the left. 51 has it. He's trying to cut. Ben cuts it away. And it goes out of bounds. They throw it down the left side. They get around the defender, which is Dennis. And Dennis plays it away. He's got Brendan with him. That was Nick. Gets cut off by 51. 51 to the middle of the field. He has a shot. 45 to the right. 45 of the shot. It's going to go wide. Goalie right down the middle again. Hits the defender in the head. Brendan Shields. Foul on Brendan. Brendan to the side to Matt. Matt brings it down with his right foot. He tried to send Ben. Ben's got help. Wally's up top. Wally on the ground to Johnathan to Wally. Wally to Joshua. Joshua tries to turn to his right, back to Johnathan. Johnathan shoots. Was it deflected? Yeah, it's deflected. It's going to be a corner for Valeo. See who's going to take the corner. Looks like it's going to be Gabe. We are 25 minutes into the second half. There's no score. That's Gabe on the corner. Gabe, back post, gets headed by Johnathan. Went out of bounds. Goal kick, they go out to the left again. Left short, Johnathan on it. 51 up the side. They send it back to the center back. He sends to the middle. Oh, just past Ben. 58 has it. Gabe is coming back. They go down the side. This is 45, right? 45 down the right side. 45 to 52. 52 down the right side. He tries to send the wing to 45. 45 in the corner. He crosses, it gets blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Stars. 52 in the box. He crosses it. It gets knocked out. Brendan's down on the ground in the box. Brendan's holding his right knee, it looks like. He's holding his right leg. We are 26:30 into the second half. He's getting to his feet. I don't know if it's a cramp or...
Morning, guys.
You guys, as the game goes on, you are good.
Water? Right. Let me know if you want
Watch that. If we're changing things, we just have to cut. Our midfield three go to cut. The guys behind us, Ryan, Zach, you guys cut for these guys, so they're doing your defense. I got 19 minutes.
Good work, Nate. Good work.
Right here, guys.
No, they do it, so they just
Yeah, coach, you say that now.
They take a drop ball. He kicks it back to the goalie. 27:40, and they're going to whip it out to the right side. That's Dennis. Dennis got two defenders on him. All right, Ben has it. Ben goes over the top. He needs some backspin on the ball. It's getting into the corner. Josh is going to get to it. Joshua sends it back to Matt. Matt, it's Ben on it. Ben, it gets past him. Ben's going to come back and get it. Ben to Nick. Nick's got 57 on his other side, Dennis's side. Dennis cuts back. He gets poked away. 54 trying to go up the field. Sends it to the wing to 57. They need defenders. Wow, there's only two defenders back. It's in front. He heads it. 45 heads it in. 28:30 into the second half. 1-0 Stars.
Hey guys, let's stand up. Let's stand up. Let's get the hype.
We're 29 minutes in. Ben shoots it, and it's going to go wide. They go out to the center. 40 has it. So lost some energy here. 40 chips it to the middle of the field. That's Nick. That's Ben Lopez. Ben on it. Ben chips it in to Josh. It's gonna stay in. He kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for Stars. We are just under 30 minutes in. I think he cramped. Back to the middle of the field. 58 turns. Goes to the left side. 51 as it cuts back. That was a good move. 45 as he's the goal scorer. 45 sends it to 35. 35. Joshua's on this side. Cuts it to the middle. Ben cuts in. Ben gets cut up by 51. Player puts it up the field. It bounces. They call a foul on a hold.
Hey, Andrew, he's got enough problems dealing with that big ball.
That's good.
Let's not just get behind him.
It's going to be.
Jack, you tuck in.
It's going to be Nick on the free kick.
Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack.
We are 30-40 into the second half. 1-0 Stars. That's Malcolm on the ball. Malcolm to the wing to Matt. Matt steps over it. Matt to the side. Matt gets blocked out of bounds.
Owen, you're 42. Sean, you're 21. Josh, 11. Who's 11?
Matt to Malcolm. Malcolm to the other side. It bounces past their defender. Goes out of bounds. Jonathan to Dennis. Dennis back to his left. Dennis makes a run. Dennis in the box. Dennis gets blocked. That's Jonathan in the goal. Jonathan on the left foot. It's 1-1. 31-30 into the second half.
Come on, let's go. Sean, work hard, bro. Let's go. Come on, let's go again. Sean, you can make a difference.
Johnathan.
They send it back to the left back. They 51 up the side. That's Dennis's side. Dennis cuts him off. Dennis to the sideline. Dennis steps back. He slips. He goes out of bounds. They call a foul. It's going to be a free kick for Valeo. Dennis is holding his leg. Dennis is still on the ground. Dennis is limping now. Ben is going to take the free kick for Valeo. Ben boots it down the right toward the middle, gets headed away, and it goes out of bounds. Throwing for Valeo.
Force the second ball.
They throw it to Ben. Ben turns. He gives it to Dennis. Dennis on the ground through Wally. Back to the middle of the field. It's Malcolm. Gets poked away. Matt's coming back. Justin has it. Justin to Nick. Nick to Ben. Ben down the right side. He tried to find Gabe. It bounced over his foot. Out of bounds. Goal kick for Stars. 33-10 into the second half. It's 1-1 now. Goalie boots it down the left side. Ben has it. Ben on his right foot. Ben on the ground to Joshua. Joshua back to Malcolm. Malcolm to Ben. Ben to his right. Ben fakes a shot. Ben shoots. Just over the top. It's going to be a goal kick for Stars. We are just under 34 minutes into the second half, 1-1. Stars over midfield. It's going to bounce. 57's after it. That's Nick. Nick under Jonathan's foot. They come back to the left. They're trying to fake Wally. 51. 51 is space. What is this? Dennis is just going to shield it out of bounds. Wow. They had a good opportunity there. We are 24:30 into the second half. It's 1-1.
Make that run back post next time.
Goalie down the middle of the field. It bounces. 35 misses it. Joshua in the air. Ooh.
Hey, make that run. Come on.
Comes down the side, down the middle. That's Nick on it. Nick on his left foot to Justin. Justin to Wally. Wally one on him. Wally, ooh. Taken away by 54. 54 makes him run. He loses the ball. Wally, oh, he gets tripped. That should be a card. That should be a card. Wow.
Hey, last hit. Come on. Let's focus on the big ball.
Sean, if you score, I'll give you 100 V-balls.
That's not even.
200 V-balls. I'll give you 1,000 V-bucks. Oh, right.
Wally's coming off the field. Ben Shure's coming in the game. They're going to put Ben Shure on the right back. They're going to move Dennis up to the middle. Wally's coming out of the game. Lose more midfielders here. So we got Matt, Nick, Justin, Ben in the back, Dennis, Ben, and Malcolm in the middle. Free kick. Justin, Gabe gets cleared away by the defender. Malcolm tries to go for it. Malcolm, it's in the middle of the field. Malcolm sends it to the side, gets taken away. Gabe tries to knock it back to Dennis. Dennis to the wing. That's that's Johnathan. Johnathan to the back post. Malcolm on his head. Gets cleared off the goal line by the defender. That's Gabe. Gabe to the side. Malcolm's going to shield. It gets poked out of bounds.
Sean, these two switch. Sean, up top.
It's going to be a throw-in for Stars. They throw it back toward the goal to the defender. Gabe is coming up. They go down the middle of the field, past Dennis to the side. Dennis might get to it. Dennis pokes it back to Matt. Matt turns on it. Matt to Dennis. Dennis to his right. He sends Ben Shores in the game. Ben's got 10 yards in front of him. Ben on his right foot. Ben over midfield. Ben to the right. Got cut off. He tried to send Ben Lopez. Dennis to his right. Dennis sends Ben. Ben to the right corner. Ben to the corner. He crosses it. Gets cut off. It's on the ground. It's through Gabe, I think. That's Nick that steps up. Nick to Gabe. Gabe inside. That's Johnathan on the side. Johnathan tries to cross it. It's in front to Ben. Hit him in the leg. Oh, Justin has it. Justin at midfield. Justin on the ground to Malcolm. Malcolm to Matt. It's going to go too far out of bounds. 38-20 into the second half. It's 1-1. They throw it back. 58 sends it back to the center back. It's war of attrition here. 45 to the wing to 57. 57 comes up. He's got space. He gets around. That's Dennis. Dennis blocks it with his left foot. He loses it again. Oh, Jesus. Nick hits it off the Stars player out of bounds. Should be throwing for Valeo. That's Matt to Malcolm. Nope. 47 shoots it. It was toward the goal. Nick is flexing his leg. It gets booted by the goalie over Joshua into the defensive end. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be throwing for Valeo. Ben to Malcolm. Malcolm steps over it. Back to Ben. It goes out of bounds. They got to come back. They throw down their left side. It comes back. That's Malcolm on it. Malcolm turns. Malcolm gets pushed. It goes out of bounds. I think it was the right call. He got pushed though. They throw it down the side. That's Justin. Justin steps over it. Justin fakes. Justin gets held.
Hey! Stop doing that! Just let's free kick.
It's on the ground. Matt to Dennis. Dennis to Ben. Ben to the side. That's Johnathan. Johnathan back to the middle, past Dennis. 57 has it. It gets sent back to the center back. They chip it ahead over Malcolm. That's Justin off his chest. They send it back. They chip it back to the middle. Dennis on his left foot. 45 through the center circle. That's Johnathan on it. Johnathan to Dennis. Dennis safe to himself. Dennis to the left. Dennis gets cut up by 57. They go to the other side. Nick cuts it off. Nick to Matt. Matt down the left side. Matt to Joshua. Goes out of bounds. We are 41 minutes into the second half. It's 1-1. They throw it back toward the middle. He's in trouble. 58 has it. 58 goes to the left. Gets stopped by Johnathan. Johnathan into Gabe. Gabe tried to step over it. It gets poked away and out of bounds. Where's he throwing the ball?
Sanchez, here, come on. Sanchez, drop, drop.
We are 41-30 into the second half. To the sideline. They steal it. 51 comes up the left side. 51's making a run. He's still running. Ben's trying to cut him off. He goes to the wing. He's got room. He crosses it, gets blocked. 45 off his chest. He wanted to shoot it. Malcolm comes away with it. It gets toward the box. 57 goes down. We are 42-11 into the second half. It's 1-1.
Jose, you don't need to be there. Jose, you don't need to be there.
There's no wall. They need a wall. Go that way. Go that way. Right to the goalie. Yow. Ben running. They cut it off. Ben deflects it. That's Malcolm. Malcolm chips it ahead. It gets headed by the Stars defender toward the right sideline, and it gets blocked into the trees. I think there's one under there. It's going to be a throw-in for Stars down there, left side. 57. It's going to be a free kick for Stars. 43-20 into the second half. He boots it toward the goal. It gets headed right to the goalie. Goalie boots it over midfield. Defender picks it up. It's going to bounce toward the sideline. He keeps it in bounds. That's a nice play. He comes toward the box. It's on his left foot. He tries to turn on it. 52 turns on it twice. Sends it back to the top. 51 on his left foot. He shoots. It gets deflected. 51 again. Dennis knocked it away. That's Johnathan to 51 has it. 51 chips it in the box. It gets hit by Matt to their right side. 57 tries to get around Matt. Hits the defender, goes out of bounds. We are 44-15 in. That's Malcolm on the ball. Malcolm to Matt. Matt chips the side, gets taken away. 35 has it. 35 down the side. 57 toward the box. 57 right in. 57 shoots. And it goes through. Out of bounds. We're throwing for Valeo. We are in the 45th minute. That's Ben Shore to the sideline, and it goes out of, nope, it stays in. 51 to the side, back to 45, 45 to 51, to 35. We're in the 45th minute. 57 on this side, 57. 57 inside, he crosses. No, he shoots it behind the goal. We're in the 46th minute. It's 1-1. There's a ball on the field. It's a goal kick for Valeo. Goalie puts it toward midfield. It's going to be taken down on the feet. 58 sends it back to 40. 40 to the side. Gets cut off. Dennis has it. Dennis to Ben. Ben to the right. Gets cut off by 45. Ooh. A little violent here. They keep it in bounds. It's to the side. It goes out of bounds. Throwing for Valeo. It's going to be Ben Shore on the throw. Ben toward the box. He tried to hit Dennis. It's going to head toward the sideline. He gets out. Here he comes to the left. He's making a run. They go to the side. It's past Nick. It's 2-on-2. Runner in the middle. It gets blocked by Justin. 45 turns. Gets poked away. Justin, it goes out of bounds. We are in the 47th minute. It's 1-1. This could be the last play. Come back. They throw toward the box. It hits, that was Nick. Gets cleared by Joshua. It bounces. Gabe's under it. Gabe's after it. Gabe's on the ball. Gabe's got Ben. Ben's offside. Ben was offside. He's back there. It's 1-1. We are in the 48th minute of the game. It's a free kick. I don't think there's any time. That's the game. Come on, you gotta cut him off. Malcolm has it, and that's the game. The game ends 1-1.